Imagine meeting a boy, Oliver Jones, at his father's funeral. A boy who would grow into a man, and a man who would become a friend. It was a somber day, the air heavy with grief. I was there, not just as a mourner, but as a friend of his father. A friend with a secret, a grim reaper, hidden in plain sight. I made a promise to his father, a solemn vow to keep an eye on Oliver, to guide him through life from the shadows. I spoke to Oliver that day, offering him words of comfort, trying to ease his pain. "You'll be all right, boy. Your father is in a better place. You will see him again," I whispered, a promise and a prophecy entwined in my words. He looked at me, his eyes filled with questions, and I told him I was a friend of his father. As the years passed, I watched Oliver grow from a distance, fulfilling the promise I made to his father. Over the years, the encounters with Oliver were sporadic, always at the funerals of his loved ones. Our paths crossed again when he was 25, at his aunt's funeral. He was surprised to see me, unchanged, just as I was when we first met. "You look like you could be your own son," he remarked. I responded with a half-truth. "Aging works differently in my family. We don't age beyond 25 years old." He laughed it off, thinking it was a joke. Years later, at his uncle's funeral, he seemed less surprised to see me. There was a knowing look in his eyes, but he said nothing. Again, we exchanged pleasantries. And again, I disappeared until the next funeral. As time passed, I knew Oliver started suspecting something. The question was, would he ever figure it out? The last time I saw Oliver, he was lying in a hospital bed smiling. A serene aura seemed to surround him, even in the face of death. "Why are you smiling?" I asked, my voice a mere whisper. He looked at me, his eyes twinkling with an unearthly wisdom. "Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back," he replied. In that moment, I understood. He had recognized me, not as the coroner, but as the reaper, the constant figure in his life appearing at every loss. Our conversation drifted into the night until finally his time came. As I carried out my duty, taking his soul, I ensured he would join his loved ones in the Elysian fields. As I stood at his grave, I realized Oliver had taught me something. In the face of death, all one can do is smile back. And thus, the story of my friendship with Oliver Jones comes to a close. A tale not of sorrow, but of life's fleeting beauty. A tale of acceptance, a tale of friendship that transcended the mortal coil. Through Oliver's journey, we've seen life's ephemeral nature, the inevitability of death, and an enduring bond that outlives us all. In the end, Oliver's story serves as a reminder. No matter who we are, where we come from, or what we do, death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back.